What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are at my buddy Mike's shop, Auto Lavaggio. Auto Lavaggio actually specializes in interior, exterior detailing, as well as paint correction and paint preservations. Mike was kind enough to let me use his shop today to install a new grill. So Trail Runner Customs actually reached out to me about a grill for my GX470. So let's go inside, meet Mike, check out his shop, and then install that grill. All right, I am here with the owner, Mike. How's it going, Mike?
Good, how you doing?
Not too bad, man.
Good,
Why don't you tell me a little bit about your shop and what you guys do here?
So the shop name is JM Auto Lavaggio, or Auto Lavaggio for short. It means car wash in Italian. We're a full-scale detail shop. I've been doing this for 12 or 13 years, and we just opened this in February. Do everything. Exterior, deep clean interior. We also do PPF ceramic coating. If you want to see an example of ceramic coating, right over here. A 2023 Audi Q3. We just coated this with Modesta BCX about a month ago. Just giving her a little touch up. There were some watermarks, water spots, all that stuff. But got her looking as good as she did the day she left.
So tell me, how do watermarks like appear on paint, and what do you do to get rid of them?
So water spots appear in paint primarily because of calcium and minerals that would dry onto the paint, and then it'll start to find its way inside your clear coat. Adversely with this, since it's ceramic coated, you have a better protection against it, but water spots and minerals and calcium and all that stuff can still eat through the ceramic coat, which would deteriorate and decrease the life of the coating itself.
Is that from what they call hard water?
Hard water. That's, you probably see it on your shower doors and all that.
See it all over this thing.
All over this.
Yeah, there's all sorts. I'm like the worst vehicle to be here at a detailing shop, because if any of you guys actually know me in person, I wash my vehicles like twice a year. Maybe this thing could get some love from Mike one day. Who knows?
Just let me know. I'll be here, but
cool.
No worries.
What else did you do to this?
So besides the ceramic coat, which I can get into, which is really big, we did the interior. Just gave it a quick in and out. It only has 1,200 miles as it sits right now, so it's, you know, still brand new. But the client wanted to get it protected and covered with the best UV protection on the market, and we carry and install Modesta ceramic coating, which, if anyone has ever heard of it, it's the most exclusive and most asked for. It is the only professional ceramic coating available to consumer purchase on the market, which is kind of wild for us to have. It was a process to get it, but with everything considered, it's, you know, we're able to kind of elevate what we could do just a little bit more. You know, because everyone knows the sun sucks. UV's terrible. Yeah,
in Arizona, it is the absolute worst.
Yeah.
Absolute worst.
So this was the third car that we coated with the Modesta product line. And since then, in this last month, we've done 9.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's been...
You've been doing a lot of those?
A lot.
Yeah.
And people in the summer were like, it's getting too hot, the sun's too, you know, way too strong. We'll get it taken care of, you know, whatever.
Solid. Sounds like that's been keeping you busy.
It's been. And
guys, if you want to get your car coated, come down and see Mike, not me, this Mike, at Auto Lavaggio, 4500 East Speedway Boulevard, unit number 26.
Got it.
Solid. All right, let's get onto the grill. All right, guys, we're going to do an unboxing of the grill from Trail Runner Customs. So this is going to be the actual grill itself. I'm going to confess, I actually already opened this because I wanted to paint it before getting it on. So I'll show you the painting. There is the paint job. It's got a little bit of dust on it. These grills from Trail Runner Customs are actually going to come an unpainted plastic finish, so that gives you the option to paint it whatever color you want. set this aside. In this bag we're going to have a fuse tap, as well as an extra fuse and a connector, a terminal connector. This box is going to be lights and wiring harness. So your actual wiring harness that hooks up to a 12-volt power source, which we're going to use this fuse tap for, and then to a ground, which is what we're going to use this terminal connector for. And then 3 leads off of that, which are going to connect to the 3 Raptor lights. Pretty cool. Whether you're a fan of Raptor lights or not, I like them. I don't even call them Raptor lights, I just call them Grille lights. I call it Raptor lights for the memes. This box we're going to have the Grille insert. It's cool that they make it a 2-piece design. That way you can paint the grill like I did and then install the insert later on down the road. Cool. Alright. And then hardware. I'm assuming the hardware is to attach the insert to the grill, and then the grill to the vehicle. Yeah, grill to the vehicle I think are these. What else do we got? We've got a piece of foam. Guess that's to go on the back side of the grill. Sweet, we'll get that installed. Then we've got a note. It's in cursive too. Michael, hey man, we're really big fans of the content you make on Instagram and YouTube. We're super excited to be able to collaborate with your team, and I can't wait to check out the GX470 grill on your vehicle. Please do not hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions or thoughts. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Andrew. Let's get this installed. So to start, I'm going to flip the grill around and then get the insert installed. First impressions on the grill is that everything is really nice. And this is what I mean by that. All of the plastic is really thick and it's all strong. It's all gusseted. Everywhere where the studs actually insert into the grill, it's really strong. It doesn't look like any corners were cut in making this grill, so I'm really excited to get it on and see how it looks on the GX. Really high quality. Alright, grill insert time. Here is the grill insert. That is really nice. It's painted like a flat silver color, the semi-gloss clear coat on it. It's gonna look really good. Cool. So just flip it around. Takes 4 screws to install this. Gonna have to assume that it's these 4 silver screws that are included. Yep, appears that these are the right screws. Alright, so for this seal, I'm gonna look at the factory grill and see where this weather seal goes. Alright, it looks like this seal starts about halfway up the side of the grill on the factory one. About there. You don't want to pull on this foam because the foam will actually stretch. All right, so I got it ran higher on this side, but I'm not sure it matters, so let's get the old grill pulled off. So to pull the old grill off, it looks like I'm gonna have to remove these 10mm nuts. Looks like I'm missing one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, would be 8, but 7 in my case. And then I have to pull off these two 10mm bolts holding the hood release on there. So let's do that. All right, now the grill should come off. There it is. As you can see, some of the grill is still on the vehicle. It's because this grill is broken, so I'm going to pull these studs out. Yeah, that explains why my grill was so loose in the Lexus. It's because these studs are what bolt the grill onto the vehicle, and they were broken off of the grill. So let's get the studs removed and see if we can transfer these studs onto the new grill. If not, it did come with a pack of new ones. Yeah, these ones are gonna work good. Looks like I almost have enough, so I'm going to use 2 of these standoffs, or these studs, that were included. Alright, I've got all of these studs on. I think the challenge is going to be picking the grill up and actually putting it onto the hood without these studs falling out. As you can see, the studs have a little bit of wobble to them. So the OEM ones I'm not too afraid of. It's the ones that are included in the kit are actually going to be a little bit smaller and have a little bit more wiggle and can actually fall out. So if I had a little bit of silicone, then I would actually throw a little bit of silicone on the bottom of these studs, set them in place, and actually let the silicone set in a little bit. But I don't, so let's get this installed. Wish me luck. All right, tricky part. Rotate this. Last one. I got it. Sorry if I were driving front. You want me to hold the hood lower?
That's what I'm thinking.
All right, so what we're gonna try here is having Mike hold the hood a little bit lower, because I'm kind of losing some of this hardware. Oh, that. There's one. There's one stud. I'm actually gonna switch this one real quick. All right. Requires a little finesse. All right, maybe we can go up with it.
Just the hair.
No,
Just that center one.
there we go. All right. Looks like all the studs are on. All right, got it all installed. Got the lights thrown into the grill. They're not wired up yet, but tell me what you think, guys. How does this really nice grill look on this rock chipped hood? I gotta fix that soon. Don't worry guys, it's coming on this channel. I'm actually gonna be repainting this hood as well as the front and rear bumper because they're the only real panels that need it on this. So what do you guys think? I've got the Raptor lights installed. They're not quite wired in yet, so I'm gonna jump into the wiring right now. All right, so now I'm going to wire in the lights. I'm gonna start with this furthest passenger side light. I'm gonna go behind the actual hood release and behind the grill support right there of the hood. That way the wiring harness doesn't interfere with the hood release. Second one and the third. Whenever I'm doing wiring, I like to actually wire everything up first before tightening everything, so that's what I'm gonna do. Again, I'm gonna use a fuse tap to actually wire this into the fuse box, and then I'm going to use their ring terminal to just ground this wire out. All right, so to start, I'm going to wire in this fuse tap. This comes with a butt connector, so with butt connectors, especially this style of butt connector and this size, the blue butt connector is going to be for a 16 to 14 gauge wire. The wire that's in this kit is going to be more like a 22 gauge wire. So rather than just taking this exposed twisted wire, setting it into this butt connector and crimping it, you're not going to get a good bite on this wire. So what I actually do is I end up pulling off more of this sleeve, and then I end up wrapping it around itself to create a thicker wire. All right, so expose more wire. Now we can twist. Fold in half. And twist some more to create a thicker wire. Get it closer to the 16 to 14 gauge that the blue butt connector calls for. I'm going to take a piece of heat shrink, slip it over the wire, and then the butt connector. It's a really simple connection, just butt connector and heat shrink. Normally, if I'm doing something like this, I'm going to be making my own wiring harness. There's going to be a wire harness loom, and it's going to be heat shrunk the whole way and taped the whole way, but it's just a real simple connection. Nothing wrong with it. Alright, let's do the terminal connection side. Again, with this connector, and this being a blue butt connector, we're going to take off a lot more of this cable sleeving to expose a lot more of this wire. don't forget the heat shrink. Now butt connect. I'm gonna let these connectors cool down and then I'm gonna test it. Alright, so to wire this, the tapped fuse is going to be on the top connector here. And then whatever fuse you're pulling out of your fuse box and replacing is going to be down here. In this case, it's going to be a 10 amp fuse for the low beam headlight. That means that whenever my low beam headlights are on, these grill lights should come on. So let's pull that fuse, connect it, plug it in, and then get this grounded and then test it out. Alright, got everything mocked up, temporarily wired in, so now I'm going to test these lights. Cool, it works. Alright, so now that we know that everything works, let's pop the hood, clean up all the wiring, and then call this job done. Alright, so rather than using zip ties to connect all these wires together, I'm actually going to be using an electrical felt tape. I'm actually just going to tape these wires up to each other, just like this. And then I'll throw some more pieces of tape on it, here and here. So this is how I routed the wires. Again, behind this hood grill support, and then taped up here, taped it here, and I taped it here. And then I actually tucked it behind this cover here. Comes all the way down, and then out through here, and then I zip tied it right here with my ditch light wiring. And then the rest of the wiring comes up through here. My ground is grounded to the actual body here, and then the fuse tap is right in here. And again, I fuse tapped that to the headlight low beam so that whenever the low beams are on, the grill lights are on. So I'm all done with the grill install. I'm going to pull the GX out of the shop, take it home, and then give you my final thoughts on it. Actually, it looks good in here. It could probably look a little bit better if I bring it back and maybe have you detail it.
Sure. Yeah, just let me know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Anyways, man, thanks for letting me use your shop, and
Absolutely.
I will see you when it's time to get it detailed.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool. Later.
Oh, yeah, man.
Final thoughts on the grill. I absolutely love it. So I like everything about it. The only thing that I don't like about it is the coating that I gave to it. I did paint this grill matte black, however, I clear coated it with a semi-gloss clear coat. I wish that I just used a matte clear coat. So I may be pulling this grill apart in the near future to literally just redo the paint on it. So when I do pull it apart, I am going to just paint it with a trim black paint and then matte clear coat. Other than that, I love the fit, I love the finish. Trail Runner Customs absolutely killed it. If you guys are interested in one of these grills, they have them available for all of these vehicles. Make sure to follow them on Instagram, tell them that Mike from McKinsey Craft Co. sent you, and then order your grill. This thing is awesome. really wakes up the vehicle. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. As always, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned for more content, and join the ride. Let's see where it takes us. Later.